Okay, what's up, YouTube? What is up? So, I love you all for watching, all 15 of my subscribers. Yes, you guys, 15. So, thank you for subscribing. And I know I have a lot of people watching me from all over the world. I've got people in Nigeria that watch my Poets in Autumn vlog. People really love the Smashbox, the matte lipstick thing. You guys love that too. I have more makeup reviews coming. Just remember to like and subscribe to see, or if you have something that you want me to review, put that in the comment section and I'll try to get it to review it. So just a sneak peek on what's coming up on some of my I guess DIY makeup stuff. So I bought this from Sephora. This is the Color Switch by Vera Mona, and I'm going to review it, and then I'm going to show you how to DIY it, because you do not have to spend the monies to get this. Okay, so that is going to be coming up in a upcoming vlog. I hope to get that up by the end of next week. So, but today's vlog is going to be entirely about the Walking Dead series premiere. And I know that this vlog is a little bit late on the week, but hey, it's still a week. You know, I did some traveling. I was out of town. I came back and I had to work out of town. Then came back again. However, no, they didn't. But yes, they did. I feel like I am the only person who was ready for this premiere. I was ready to see what the, oops, sorry y'all, this thing broke, was distracting me, so I had to take it down. It was distracting me entirely. I feel like I was the only one who was ready to see what had happened. So hopefully you've already seen it by now. If not, this is going to be a spoiler, so just cut it off right now. Cut it off. Cut it. You got to cut it. I know it's silly, but yeah, Glenn and Abraham, they gone, y'all. They are gone. May they rest in eternal Comic-Con heaven peacefully. At least they weren't zombies. Let's look at the positive of everything that happened. A, they were not zombies. They didn't get zombified. B, no one lost a hand. I was really nervous for a moment there. I was, I had expected the deaths, but, I wasn't ready to see Carl get his arm cut off. I wasn't ready. So for me, I had to hold my, I'm like, don't do it, not to the baby. In my mind, I know it's been, 6, coming up on 7 seasons. In my mind, Carl still is baby Carl, and my Carl Papa, because of that video on YouTube. My nephew loves it. He's still Carl. So for me, I wasn't ready to see that. And so I'm like Rick. I was still looking like you took it in my eggs, Negan. Like, for real. I was with Carl. I'm with Rick. Like, I didn't really have a strong emotional aversion other than we gonna kill you, Negan, until he tried to cut off Carl's hand, or make Rick cut off Carl's hand. So I wasn't really on the whole scary Negan type of stuff, because I knew Abraham was going to die and I knew Glenn was going to die. I'm going to tell you that in a minute why I knew they were going to die, other than from me reading the graphic novel. So I wasn't really like Rick. I was like Rick, like, took my eggs and now I'm going to have to kill you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow or 3 days after, but I'm going to kill you. I was like that until he cut off, tried to make Rick cut off Carl's hand. And I was like, we may not be wanting to mess with him. He's a special type of evil. I still think Rick is going to kill Negan, and I really think that Daryl is going to have, this is just a prediction, I really think that Rick is going to kill Negan, and I think that Daryl is going to play a part in killing Negan, and I think that Daryl may die in that grand scheme of things. I can see his character dying in that. Walking Dead is on season 7, and I don't know how they do their contracts, but I can't really see the show, I mean, the show can go past 10 seasons, but I can't really see it really going past 10 seasons. And so we're on season 7. And so Daryl may die in season 7 or season 8 maybe, but I can't really see him making it to season 9 or 10. And that's just my prediction, you know, me being all Walking Dead fanatic and graphic novel reading, and the fact that he's not even really in the comic or graphic novel. For me, I'm like, Daryl, how much longer, how much shine can he keep on getting? Because that's what made me angry about the whole Glenn death, is the fact that Daryl, who caused Glenn's death, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not, is not in the comic book. And so to have Negan kill Glenn based on the actions of Daryl, to me, it kind of pissed me off, because I'm like, dude, you ain't even in the book, and you getting a main character killed off because of your actions. You know, those, you know, Daryl and Merle, they always get somebody killed. Oh yeah, but you know, so I knew that Negan was going to kill Glenn, based on the fact that Glenn and Maggie's their ship was slowly being killed in season 6 several different times. And so for me, I felt like the producers and the writers were kind of slowly, you know, tearing us away as viewers. They weren't going to pull that band-aid off very fast. They were going to be soft and gentle with it, and so that we can, you know, embrace it and not send them peanuts in the mail to the studios. We can do that if you want to. And so for me, I knew that I could just see Glenn dying, and the fact that it was so monumental in the graphic novel. I couldn't see Robert Kirkman and what's the producer, Scott Gimple. I couldn't see them doing that scene with Negan and Rick without taking out Glenn as well. So that also helped me come to the conclusion that, Glenn, you ain't gonna make it past this. I didn't see Daryl punching Negan and then Negan in retaliation taking out Glenn. So when Abraham died, I was just like, oh, Glenn, maybe he'll make it. It's weird. But then when Daryl, like, you know, jumped up and punched him, we knew he said he was gonna shut down. He shut it down. So there's that. And then Abraham, I knew Abraham was going to die based on the full circle relationship that Eugene and Abraham got shortly before they went on the road to get Maggie up to the hilltop. And, you know, Eugene sharing, you know, his idea for making the bullets, and, you know, apologizing, and then Abraham kind of having this full-blown revelation about everything in his relationship with Sasha and getting hope again. I felt like the Abraham character had come full circle, and that hug between Eugene and Abraham, once they hugged and embraced, right then and there, I knew either Eugene was gonna die or either Abraham was gonna die. And then once again, based on my knowledge of the graphic novel, I just knew that it probably would be Abraham. And then Abraham, basically, during season 6, he was like, yeah, you know, kill me, and I'll give you $1. And based in that moment, I feel like Negan, he wants them to work for him. So he wants to use them, and he doesn't necessarily need the strongest guy. He needs someone he can make an example of. And seeing how Daryl's all fragile and beaten down and weakened, and Rick is too, there's really not too many other characters that could have symbolically taken that kill that could cover all 6 or 7 people. So Abraham's death had to be big enough to cover the people who should have died. And Eugene definitely would not have been, because he's the snitch. You know, one little pinch. Let me just loose lips Willie on people. He loose lip Willie. Let me just tell it all. I am an informant. That is definitely who Eugene is. So based on that conclusion, I knew Abraham was going to get it, and I knew Glenn was going to get it. Now, I don't know what, you know, the future is, but I do think that Negan is definitely a better bad guy than the governor. First of all, and I'll tell you why. First of all, Negan is more attractive as an older white male. He is more attractive. That beard stubble thing he got going on. Okay, we see you, no shave November. I like that. That leather jacket is cool. He's less crazy as the governor is. I think the governor, we couldn't really legitimize how cruel he was. We couldn't really, get behind. You got people heads in jars and keeping your daughter who's term chained up. That stuff is all crazy stuff that, even the person who's living in the apocalypse, we are not rationalizing that with you. You crazy and you evil, killing innocent people. No, you're putting on this facade. Like, to the townspeople, you're this great hero. And then behind closed doors, you're really this evil maniac, egotistical person. And so for me, the governor was always crazy in a very deliberate way. At the same time, though, he's extra sneaky because you're hiding half of who your persona is, which is how he was able to kill so many people on that road. Nobody knew he was that crazy except for his, henchmen. And by then it was too late. And so even they got it. At least Martinez did. He got it. So for me, Negan is a better bad guy because he's like, I'm a bad guy. What you gonna do about it? And if you gonna do about it, go ahead and do it. I want you to take this hatchet and slice into the back of my head. Oh, but I got a gun and I'll shoot you. So for me, Negan is a more likable bad guy because he's an honest bad guy. At least he's not trying to sell himself like a QVC ad to the general public as a great product, and then when you bring it home, it's a quality disaster. And then, and he's attractive, and he's, to me, Negan is, which I hate to say this, he is the ultimate capitalist American. I want you to work for me. I'm going to force you to work for me. I'm cruel, I am corrupt, but you still gonna work for me. And so for me, Negan is no different than a lot of corporations and a lot of American history as far as taking advantage of people and subjugating them. So for me, I feel like he will be a way more likable bad guy to America in general. So, but those are just my thoughts. Leave me a comment, or if you agree, you disagree of my breakdown. How did you feel about Glenn and Abraham's death? Glenn said, Maggie, I'll find you. Maybe he will find her in the afterlife. I don't know. But it's sad, but as a viewer, we'll get through it. We will get through it, and we will grow with this new cast. There's a whole lot of stuff coming up on The Walking Dead. If you read the graphic novel, it's going to be amazing. And I am looking forward to watching it and to posting more videos about it. This is the first season in which I actually have a YouTube channel. So this will be different. I may not do a video after each Walking Dead episode, or if it's really that good, I may have to vent. But, we'll see what happens. And, The Talking Dead was really good. The only thing I didn't really appreciate about The Talking Dead was the having it outside. It brought in extra elements that were not necessarily beneficial, I think. But it was great that they were able to include everybody. I see what they were doing there. I saw the vision. Did it come across as well? They couldn't get everybody in that little small studio that they have. So I think they had to do it somewhat like they did the Times Square thing that they did, or the New York thing that they did, where everybody came and they sat and they had a panel. So they had to do it. But we'll see. I mean, I like the show. I like The Talking Dead. I'll keep supporting it. It's on my DVR. I'll watch it and I'll rewatch it and think about some things. And sometimes my opinion changes. Sometimes it doesn't. But, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos. And I will make more videos for later. Rest in peace, Abraham and Glenn.